Recording.
I just did it. Okay.
Next time, put your dress more like in the center.
Okay.
Clothes, the yeah, something make you a good presented teacher, like.
Okay. 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 Today's topic is advanced portraits in painting.
Next time, you still have to say who you are because the audience might not know who you are if he or she is the first time student, Maybe, say your name. I'm continuing on my lecture series, whatever, and today's topic.
Okay. Thank you for coming to my event. My name is Jane Yuan, and I want to share some information about advanced portraits in. I have quite a few tips for painting people. You can use digital tools to determine color, buy oil paints specifically for portraits called the portrait set. You can start out with a sketch in charcoal, and you can also use measuring tools to transfer the photographic image to the canvas. More tips for painting people. When transferring the image to the canvas, draw in straight lines. Find the light and shadows. And when painting, you can go back and forth between light and dark. You can try to see the shapes in what you're painting, and then also try to capture the three aspects of proportion, value, and color. Some more tips for painting people. One artist said that he usually uses yellow, ochre, alizarin, crimson, and cerulean blue the most. And it's important to get the value right more than the color right. Sometimes you can take a picture with your phone and take away the color so you can see the values. Know the anatomy, break down the shapes and values, and usually paint from dark to light. And here are some materials for basic oil painting. Usually you need to get a turpentine substitute for turpentine, and I use turpenoid, and also get a range of oil paints, palette, brushes, and walnut alkyd medium. For brushes, I think the small brushes are the best for detail. And you can see, you can get a brush that is very small in size. There's a size 2, size 0, and even smaller ones. And here I looked at a YouTube video and they said the steps for painting people are toning the canvas, gridding the reference, and mixing skin tones. And when you're toning the canvas, to tone the canvas, one can either use acrylic pigment or tinted gesso or thinned oil paint. It should be applied as a smooth underlayer, and it should be a veil of transparent pigment. And then here I want to introduce some famous paintings of portraits. This is one self-portrait that is a famous painting. The artist is Sandro Botticelli, and this is his self-portrait. And the book says that it is a self-portrait. You know that it's a self-portrait by the way that the artist is looking directly at the viewer. The painting is called Adoration of the Magi. During the Renaissance, a lot of artists would include self-portraits of themselves in large paintings of religious subject group scenes. And this is the larger painting, as is called Adoration of the Magi. This is the full painting. It was painted early during his career, and it's interesting to note that in this painting there are the portraits of the Medici to represent the various figures. So he incorporated their portraits into this painting to be the various characters. And Botticelli worked for the Medici and their circle of friends. And it also shows the Magus kneeling in front of the Virgin. Here is another self-portrait taken from this book, and her name is Elizabeth V.J. Le Brun. This painting is called Self-Portrait in a Straw Hat. She looks like an aristocratic, fashionable woman. She was a court painter for the Queen. Both men and women wanted to be painted by her. She depicts herself holding a palette and paint brushes. She wants to appear as a professional painter. The subject of a woman artist was new. And more about the self-portrait. The self-portrait is today very common, but it was not always common. Portraits were important in Greek and Roman art, but not self-portraits. Some beginnings were monks who illustrated themselves while depicting religious manuscripts. And the self-portrait really emerged during the Renaissance, where the individual artist began to be seen as a creative, talented individual rather than a craftsman. And also in the 19th and 20th centuries, the self-portrait became more experimental. Other mediums. There are other mediums to explore when painting portraits, such as egg tempera. Oh, I spelled it wrong, I think. Gouache and watercolor. And here's a video. And well, I want to show this brief video. Let me open a new tab. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, sorry. Well, I've been watching some YouTube videos, and this one is about an artist trying to copy an old master.
Try to compare the tones and the lights and the shadows on the reference materials, and to try to transfer these relationships correctly on your painting. Here you see me painting the mouth. Take your time and try to analyze in your mind the process that the master painter has painted the mouth. I try to have Botticelli teach me how he painted the mouth. I don't have any book saying me that this is step number 1, this is step number 2. I just try to use my eyes and understand what he has done there. If your drawing is correct, then it's hard to be very mistaken. So it's really important to make a drawing that is correct and precise. And again, feel free to just use a drawing directly from a printed paper. In the past, I didn't advise this to my students, but as I get older, I believe that the pleasure of painting is great, and we shouldn't restrain ourselves from painting, even if our drawing skills are not the best. So jump right in and paint. You're not confident with your drawing skills. Just enjoy mixing colors and painting whatever you like. Of course, it is preferable to draw a head yourself, but it's really not necessary. As you see, I take my time when I'm painting the mouth. I am not in a hurry. Until I make it in a way that satisfies me and seems close to the prototype. Again, when you paint something so iconic, like the face of Venus, you should be careful to not distort the facial characteristics as close to the prototype as possible. I think this is the challenge. A face that is that doesn't look like the prototype. Everybody knows the face of Venus. We have seen.
从来没见过，你看他拿一棍儿，拿一只这手可以
I can hear you.
爸，他这很准，就不行，他就得那样的。
Hello.
Oh.
Oh, I can hear you.
Hello.
Oh, hi. I can hear you talking, but yeah, you can see he uses that guide and a very small paintbrush, and he sometimes alternates between light and dark. And yeah, I think it's a good practice to copy the old masters. And should we watch more or? Hello?
I don't want to watch him because to me I need to learn more basic.
Oh,
but do you have more? Probably not, right?
More videos?
Then I have a few questions.
Okay.
No, the lecture slides.
Oh, right. It's this is the last slide.
I cannot do it. I don't have oil painting skill. I need a lot more basic training before I could paint it, even a portrait, not just myself. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, when you say paint a self-portrait, you mean live. It's not just a photo or something. But
No.
I never painted oil painting actually. Except like in teenager, maybe try one time.
Okay.
No, you don't have to mean me, but for me, this one I can't do. Yeah, but I still have a few questions in your earlier slides. Yeah, or comments. Yeah, if you're done, then it's the question time, right? So,
yeah.
Yeah, first of all, a comment, like when you teach the steps in detail, like how to paint and then what kind of, like you show the brushes, that's good.
Okay.
Like if you want to show Okay. You should draw, yeah, where is it? Yeah, steps start from here. Next page, yeah, steps. Yeah, these are okay. I tell you what to buy. Okay, that's okay. Steps. I think it's better you have an example of simple, like how to do the turning canvas, how to have a grading of the reference, how to have a mixing, some examples, the images of your own created or you grab from some. Otherwise, people read the words, imagine they never do anything. Maybe you know, but I don't necessarily know, or sometimes I know because I saw Gong Gong did something. Maybe that's what you refer to, but I wasn't sure. Further, like next page. Next page.
Yeah, this one.
Like it should be applied as a smooth underlayer. It should be a layer of transparent pigment.
Yeah.
You better show some real thing or the already painted, whether it's your own. If you haven't had, the best is your own because you are the artist who's teaching and your audience is supposed to think you do well in what you are teaching. Do you understand?
Okay.
So you show your own work would be the most convincing way of teaching because they'll come back to listen to you more because you show live or at least your work. Otherwise, they say, why should I listen to Jane? Because she just Google something from online. I can Google myself. I want to learn from her, a real artist doing something just like that guy, doing something, or at least show your own paintings of a portrait or something,
Okay.
That's always the case for such subject teaching,
Okay.
Like earlier, you taught the Chinese painting and then you show your work. It's good,
Okay.
I teach you this and I'm very good in doing that. So I show you my work. Similarly, yeah. But for now, I understand you're preparing yourself to do more oil painting, maybe. But this is a good start for you to do things, or you want to teach small kids for doing this, and then you just start to build up your own skills also.
Okay.
I don't know how much oil painting work you have done, probably less as compared to Chinese or Japanese, that kind of ink painting or drawing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So this subject is a little bit like your lectures on photography.
Okay.
Similar. Both subjects are the subjects in the fields you don't have much your own work, at least.
Right. Okay.
At least the photography topic, you show a couple of your cell phone taken images, that at least some work to show to the audience your ideas.
Okay.
This one you don't, I suspect you don't have many oil paintings, or especially not the self-portrait ones. You did have self-portrait with the drawing, and you did have oil painting of other things, maybe not self-portrait. I don't know, maybe you did.
Okay.
In your graduate school, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't have a self-portrait.
Yeah, I do have a question about that two artists.
Yeah.
The Italian, the guy, yeah, I like that.
Okay.
His skills really good. Yeah, I think.
Okay.
But at that time, the Latin. I have what is Maggie and what is the other word on the next page?
Okay.
Adoration of the